Well, hello everybody. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I've been meaning to post this video now for a couple of weeks, but as you can tell, my still got a stuffy nose here. I have that congestion, so kind of took off like at least a week. But the reason I'm doing this post is, and I've written about data breaches before. This is nothing new. There's data breaches all the time, and I haven't been affected. I do have all those notices. I have been getting hacked now for a while, one specific credit card, and I finally was able to figure out how they were getting that information. But you got to have all those alerts to let you know. I've always said if I go to Home Depot, by the time I pay and just walk out, the exit door is literally 10 feet away. I'm already getting a text message saying, "Did you buy this at Home Depot?" And so I do have all those alerts. But that is different from, having your personal information out there, which could lead them to getting more credit. So for the first time in my life, even though I've known this forever, I finally took this step. Now, before I say what I actually did, I didn't do it earlier because I've had the issues with the hurricanes, and you can see those prior blog posts as well as videos. But I knew I had to get a new car for my wife because her car was totaled during the hurricane. So now that we resolved that issue, I think in early February is when we got the car. I finally, I made a note, go ahead and do this, and I finally did it. So what did I do? It's not a big surprise, but I froze my credit. Now, freezing your credit means that not even you can get credit when the time comes. If you go apply for a credit card, it's going to say your credit's frozen. You have to unfreeze your credit. Now, I will put the link in the bottom below, show you the link that I used to get this done. But the reason I'm doing it is I said initially data breaches, right? I'm really concerned about DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. They have access to, Social Security, IRS records, and this is a potential issue. And if you look it up, endless security experts have warned that this information could easily get hacked. There's a reason why, the system was designed the way that it was, so that no one could just get access to it or understand the complexities of the system. And then here we have DOGE with kids anywhere ranging between 19 to 24 that are writing code to figure through all this information, and that includes accessing our data. I personally don't feel comfortable with that. If there's going to be a massive data breach, I don't want to be the one that's a victim to it. So the only way I could protect myself 100% is by freezing my credit. And again, if you go apply for a credit card and your credit's frozen, you have to unfreeze it first. Now, the process is super simple. I did it. Like I said, it's the first time I've done this in all these years that I've had credit. But I finally said now is the time to do it. And again, I don't need any credit. I'm fine with the credit. We got the issue resolved with the car loan. So why not freeze it in case something happens? And again, understand that this is completely different now from fraudulent activity on your credit card, etc. The freezing your credit prevents anyone from opening lines of credit in your name. They access your data somehow. And what I'm talking about initially, like saying about going to Home Depot, that's more if my card is used, I do get notified. And there was a time period there. I want to say now it's 2 months that I've been fined, but there was like 4 months in a row that there was fraudulent activity, and it was these fake medical companies throughout the country charging 1,500, 2,500. I mean, substantial amounts. So, but I get those notices, and so of course I deny it, and then the credit card company sends me a new card, and then problem resolved until it happens again. All right. So definitely consider freezing your card if you're not going to apply for credit anytime soon. There's really no point in having your credit available and open for what? It doesn't accomplish anything. It's just easier. Once someone gets your data, that's a lot of hard work to go through all that information and stop it and start disputing everything. It's just easier to freeze your credit. And if in 6 months you need to apply for a credit card, then just unfreeze it. Now, the issue I've noticed with a lot of clients before in the past is they forget their password, and then this becomes a problem. And it becomes a problem because you have to prove your identity, right? With the three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So either write that down somewhere, physically, not on a computer or anything else like that or on your phone. If not, and for whatever reason it does get lost, and just understand you're gonna have to prove your identity the old way, snail mail, copy of your license, social security, and all that, and you send it out to the credit bureau's certified mail to make sure it gets into the right hands. Okay, so Make sure you protect yourself. Have alerts on everything, on your credit cards and your checking account, savings account, in case any withdrawals or debits are done. You'll know if it's you or not, and consider freezing your credit. Okay. Any questions or comments? Feel free to post them in the comment section below. It is the weekend, so have a great weekend and enjoy yourselves.